Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dialogue Kings. I'm B.
GP.
Man, let's just go ahead and dive right into it. Hope we go ahead and catch you guys' attention with this, man. So we got a couple things we want to talk about. First things first. Our first topic: do men sacrifice their happiness for relationships? What's your standpoint on that, Greg? Man.
I think there's some truth in that.
Okay.
In short, I think it's a lot of older generations. They kind of made that the thing to do as a man. You kind of don't put yourself first. You put your family, your woman, and everything else first, and that's more like a noble thing to do.
Okay.
You're not really, and it's easy as a man to kind of just not focus on yourself. Like when you, it's like it's for me, it's especially in a relationship and with my child, it's a natural instinct to put myself on the back burner
Mm-hmm.
and kind of just attack life for the people that I love. It's more natural as well. So I think it's some truth in that, man. It's a lot of truth in that.
Okay. Okay. Understandable. You gotta say that's all your standpoint on
No,
it?
it's not that. I was waiting for you to say something. Okay, but yeah, no, that's not all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you with some part of it. Yeah, I mean, definitely as if you got a kid, man, a lot plays a role into it. I'm trying to see why. I don't know what's going on. So weird. Yeah, but I mean, to piggyback off that, I do agree. I think men sacrifice a lot for a relationship because I feel like we have to play that role because as men we are supposed to be built strong, right? So we don't supposed to feel powerless,
Right.
right? So we can't be sensitive in our feelings and stuff and come on and be like, oh, this person did this to me at work. I want to.
Right. Yeah, you can't.
We can't do that because then our woman will look at us and be like, man, why you act like a man? That's what we get told. Be a man.
Right.
So we can't come home and just be like, we sad and you got kids looking at us, so we always got to keep that our head held up high and keep pushing no matter what because our job as men is our protectors.
And that's so true. You know what? Like, you ever been in a situation and your girl's like losing her mind, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening, and then you just like naturally just like relax, like we gonna get through this, like whatever the situation may be. It could be like a bug or it could be something drastic. But like I catch myself like you might like and they don't know like we're panicking on the inside like oh shit like what we gonna do, but on the outside we're just being mellow and calm and collected. And it take a lot of self-control to be able to do that because you're like nah, well, we gotta figure a way out. We gotta figure a way out of this. You know what I'm saying? So like even how when on Power when Ghost used to get into something and he just make that face and he like you could tell his wheels are turning. That's kind of how it is for a man because we're expected to be that problem solver even if we don't have the answers. So
exactly, that's the tough part.
It's a real obstacle to try to kind of suppress your feelings, but I mean we do it. I wouldn't say naturally, but we do it. It's a natural part of our role as a man. Is just to kind of like, okay, don't let them see you sweating and just figure it out, get it done.
Right. My grandfather used to say, he's always tell me the same. It was a good analogy too. He's always say, you can never take an off day.
True.
Because as a man, there's never no off days. Because once you do, it'll come back and bite you in your butt.
True.
And I never understood what he was saying. I was young, and I'm like, "What do you mean? What do you mean he'll come back?" It happened. That happened to me, and I'm like, "Oh damn, he's right."
Yeah.
Because you see, one day he'll want to see you fold, and damn, she ain't gonna think you be able to lead no more. She ain't gonna think you that leader.
Mm-hmm.
So, I tell you, gentlemen, man, don't never have your head down or feeling like powerless to a woman because hey, it's not worth it, man. It's not a good thing to do. I'm telling you.
So how would you say as a man, how would you say that affects you, like knowing that you have to sacrifice a lot to be in a relationship and sacrifice a lot of happiness? Like we looked at the video and the guy was talking about how he had to sacrifice his football Sundays because his woman might want to go out or something. Like What type of sacrifices or how?
Man, me going to the gym.
Right.
I used to go to the gym and hoop like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be there 4 or 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I barely even go. I probably go like maybe once now, like on
Once a
weekend,
week.
probably once a week.
Right.
And then I'll be there probably like 2 hours. Because longer 2 hours phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Where you at? I need you to come home.
I need you.
Like, it's a lot that men sacrifice, and I need you women to understand that. Like, dang, man, we do a lot. Like, sometimes we want to go out for a couple hours, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we do need to go to the gym, release some stress. Y'all know we do a lot. Y'all don't understand that, but we do a lot. As men, we do a lot. Y'all just don't see it because we don't open up to y'all. We don't have that type of safe space to be able to share all that intel, all that information that we go through with you guys. But man, we go through a lot. Sometimes we just need to go to the gym, play the game, release some stress. Just let it get some peace. That's how peace time. Let us chill. Release all that tension that we got built up, and just let us kick back and relax, man.
And just to kind of interject, ladies, the gym time, like your man going to the gym, that will save a lot of arguments.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're just a female that like to argue, but
right.
If you were someone that's into problem solving, letting him have that time at the gym, he might come back and nothing that was bothering him before he left the gym even bothers him anymore. Because we gotta understand that when we're getting into it with y'all, sometimes it's not even you. It might be the day I had at work. It might be I stubbed my toe before I walked in. It might be my favorite lunch item wasn't on the menu today that I get every Thursday or something like that. So him being able to get in and let off that aggression at the gym is a huge way to kind of try to avoid some conflict within your relationship. But so like with the sacrifices that you do make, how do you feel that affects you, like in your like relationship? Is it a negative? Is it a positive? Or how do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like it's 50-50.
50-50? Okay.
I feel like it's 50-50. The reason why it's 50-50 because I do gotta understand that it's not just me now. So we both have to be fair. So I just feel like there's a breaking point where you gotta have a common ground on it. So you gotta both understand, the situation. So I mean, I feel like communication is key when it comes to that, because if you don't share or don't open up and be like, hey, babe, I'm already had. This is my time. Let me go to the gym. We both go through things. We both go. It's life. Stuff gonna happen. You got your stuff to do when you want peace. I got my stuff to do when I want peace. So I feel like communication is big on it. And sometimes she gonna have a time like, no, I really need you. And as a man, you're just gonna have to suck it up and be like, you know what? Hey, we hold a bunch in. Let's just hold this in. Go ahead and help her cater to her and let her go with this day. So that's why I say it's 50-50. Because there's times where women are emotional creatures. So there are going to be times where, as men who are protectors, who are built to handle a lot of stuff that are thrown at them, we're going to just have to hold that shit in and just be like, hey, we know how women can get. Hey, I know how my lady can get when she's upset.
Right.
Or, let me go ahead and suck this in. Let me go help out. The game going to be there. Fuck it. So I say it's 50-50.
Okay. Sacrifice well worth it. And I think for me, because I've noticed how much of a sacrifice me being married young and even just dating and having serious relationships, it's a big sacrifice. Like being single, especially as a older individual, like someone above 25, like you have way more freedom because your life is coming together and stuff like that. And so, like being single, you literally have free reign over everything that you do.
True.
And so, I think that's why a lot of older people they're single, and then once they get older, it's more likely for them to be single.
Right.
Excuse me, because they just like doing whatever they want to do. I could wake up, play the game, or I could wake up, go for a run. I could do whatever I want to do with my time. Like when you're dating someone, they start to make plans. That Friday that I was going to spend playing 2K with the boys, now I got to go to a double date or something like that. And so I think like a lot of the times women don't notice how much of a sacrifice we're giving away
That's true.
because they're like, well, you get to be with me. And it's like, yeah, I love being with you.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I would rather be doing something else. Like,
Right.
if I could be with you while I'm playing 2K, I would enjoy that. I would enjoy that very much.
Yeah, that's true. I
But
agree, man.
and I also think it's discounted a lot of times. Not saying that women are wrong, but I just don't think they fully understand like how much we're giving them. Because even besides 2K, like I've lived in situations where
Mhm.
I was just like, man, as long as you're happy, decorate the house however you want to do it.
Right.
And then so everything looks like her, you know. So I have my little space, and she wants to decorate that too. So it's like we give up a lot of other things as well. Sometimes many even give up like being able to be intimate with their partner because she's not that type of
Right.
partner. She doesn't get intimate um, as frequently as you would like to, and things like that. So I think we're more likely to give something up in an effort to keep our partner happy
True.
because that's what it is expected of a man.
I can agree. I
But
definitely can agree
so
with
that does that make it right?
No, but see, that's the thing, and that's why I feel like when communication comes in,
Mhm.
I feel like as men, even though we are supposed to be these big, strong, protectors,
Mhm.
that we supposed not let nothing bothers us or get to us, which is not true. Nobody's perfect.
Right.
We
Of
all
course.
have our ups and downs. We all human. We all have feelings. Everybody gets hurt. I don't care what nobody said. We all get hurt. But I feel like that's when communication plays in. I feel like we should talk and
Mhm.
let them know, like, all right, I get it. You had this bad day at work. But I had a bad day too.
Right.
Babe, I want playing the game helps me release from the bad day I had.
Mhm.
Let me just two or three. I'm not asking to play. Let me just get 2 or 3 games on,
Right.
on the Madden real
Oh
quick.
man. Right.
Talk mess to a couple of dudes.
Yeah.
Let me get all this out.
Yeah, give me an hour.
And then I can come in there and we can cuddle. Do what you love to do.
Right.
I can massage you. We can talk about your day. What Sheila said at the office, or what Miss Karen. We can do all that. But you gotta understand that men, we have feelings too.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just don't cope. We cope with it a different way.
True.
Like you said, you go to me. I like playing the game, or I like going to the gym and playing basketball. That's how I cope with stuff. If I had a long day or I had a long week, or I feel like I'm overwhelmed. I'm not about to cry and talk to my girl about it. No, I'm about to go to the gym. I'm about to go
some ways. I like
I'm about to go hoop, or I'm about to play the game for a couple hours. Let me just get some alone time playing the game.
Right.
I'm gonna have a microphone, the headset on.
Right.
The
full
if you want to cook me something to eat, you can.
Right.
Give me a little drink or something. I'm gonna be good.
Right.
And, we can talk. That's just what I'm saying. But nowadays, I feel like even if you do open up and share that, we're gonna get called soft. Or why are you acting like that? Why are you acting like a girl? That's what women do. Why are you acting like a girl? If you say stuff like that, why are you acting like a girl?
But I think as a man, we just gotta remain strong minded because we know,
do.
like at the end of the day, you know how your stance, like
Right.
you know your bravado and all of that. Like I'm not a girl. I'm
Right.
trying to express myself to you.
Right.
And also, ladies, if a man is trying to express himself to you, like listen, pay attention, because the second a man stops expressing himself to you, you should be worried. Like
Right.
you should be worried that, okay, who is he expressing himself to?
Right.
Is he about to leave me? Because I don't know about you, but me, like once I stop expressing myself, I'm checked out. Like how women say they check out of situations before
Right.
it happened.
Right.
Once I stop feeling the need to tell you something, because I feel like I've gotten a good idea of your character and how you're going to digest it or how you're going to deflect it. If you
Right.
do deflect it, then I'm gonna check out and I'm gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna do what I do.
I don't think why women do that though. I don't get why when a man tell you or open up and be like, hey, shit, I had a long day too, or I'm stressed. Why do I get called soft for opening up, or why men can't lay their feelings on a woman? Like I don't get why we have to hold it in.
I think from my experience, it's all about the circumstance
Okay.
because, for instance, like if you're arguing with your lady
Mm-hmm.
and she said, I had a bad day, leave me the fuck alone or something like that. I'm like, you know what? I had a bad day too. My boss was on my ass. La, 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 la. Why you acting like a little bit? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as opposed to maybe a lot more relaxed tone, maybe it's y'all both drinking wine, getting ready to watch your favorite TV show, and she just sit next to you. You know what I'm saying? She's like, hey, how was your day going? Or how you feeling right now? Something like that, you know? Or even if you just bring up like, you know what, babe, I had a really long day today. Or something like that, she might back off and say, hey, go play the game or something like that. But if you get her while her emotions are high, it's gonna be easier to get that reaction that you said, like, oh, you're acting like this, you're acting like that. Because it's not that she doesn't care about your feelings, is that she feels like you don't care about her feelings because you're mentioning your own feelings. And so it's no way around that. Like, because in those moments, women have like their understanding is like, okay, either you're with me or you're not. I don't even, you know, if you ever heard of Birdman, like you in or you out. Like that's pretty much how women feel. A lot of women feel at that time when they're expressing their feelings. If you say anything about yourself, or if you say anything in opposition other than I understand where you're coming from, they're gonna feel like you're opposing their feelings. And it's no way around that. Like, you know how I say, as a man, we're sacrificing right now, like listening, like we're sacrificing us wanting to be able to say something back for peace, pretty much. Like, okay, I understand your feelings, I get where you're coming from, boom, boom, boom. And then you kind of just gotta bottle it up and mention your feelings later when it's a more appropriate circumstance, or if she opens up the floor, okay, how do you feel? Because I've even had women like that. Okay, I'll let you know everything I feel, so how do you feel? And stuff like that. So I wouldn't say, fellas, if you love somebody, if you got some feelings for her, and you want to express your feelings, look for the right opening. I know a lot of us play football. A lot of us play basketball. When you're in football, you're looking for that opening in the offensive line. If you're a running back, to get through it. Play basketball, you're looking for that cut, that alley to cut. Same thing when you're in a relationship. You gotta look for that opening. Sit back and think. Get out your feelings for a second. Get logical. How is she acting right now? Does it seem like she's gonna be open to what I have to say? You a man at the end of the day. If you just want to go into the line and it's crowded, go ahead. You might make your hole. But at the end of the day, if you want to do it in a more peaceful way, just like kind of, sit back. If she mad, now if it's calm and she disregarding your feelings, that's a whole different. Now you got to make a decision as a man how you gonna deal with her. But if you sit back and it's a more calm predicament, and you mention how you feeling to her, whether it be you being exhausted, you had a bad day, you frustrated with her, I feel like it'll be a more acceptable response in that situation. Because I agree. I've seen it. I've seen that.
Yes, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
But yeah, what is some like? Because me, like, how do you treat a situation when it's a sacrifice? That's not like a small, like a video game. Yeah, it's inconvenient. The gym is inconvenient, but it's not a huge sacrifice. What about like if you sacrificing your lifestyle, the lifestyle you want to live to stay in that relationship? For instance, I had a situation where I had someone that wanted to make, we're just going to call it a permanent investment, and I wasn't in the place to make that investment. It was something that was going to make us have to stay put for a long time. But I wasn't in the place I didn't know if I was going to stay put at that moment. I thought I might be moving around. I might move to another city or something like that. But that person basically gave me an ultimatum. Like, okay, either you're with me on this or you don't have to worry about me at all.
Oh, wow.
So
that's kind of crazy. Oh, wow. Okay.
That was a huge sacrifice that I made to stay in a relationship that ended up derailing the relationship. So I want to know from someone that's in a relationship, how would you handle such a large sacrifice?
Oh, wow. That's tough. I mean, like I said, common ground plays part with that. Like, for example, I can give you an example. If let's say job wise, right? Let's say if I got an offer, I got a head coaching job to coach a college, D1 school in Kansas or something, right?
Right.
And it's like over six figures, right? And my spouse, the person I'm dating, I don't want to live out there. I don't want to take the kids out there, you know. I don't like the schools and that. But I'm like, if it's 6 figure, I can take care of all of y'all, and we can do things that we always want to do, and you know, take the kids Disney World, Disneyland, you know, all these things. I feel like that's where, as a man, you got to put your feet on the ground. You got to put your foot in the ground. If an example come up like that, where it's over 6 figures, we're gonna have to move. We're gonna have to move. Opportunity will come in a lifetime. You know, as a black man in America, the percentage is very low.
Right. To be haircut, yeah.
Right. To not even be haircut. Black man, the percentage, I looked it up, statistics wise, I think it's 39 to 45K. The most a man makes in America, a black man makes in America.
Oh wow.
Is very low, right? Yeah. So if you make over that, that means that you're considered high class as an African American in the US, right? Okay. So
shout out to us.
If I get an opportunity like that, that's like getting white collar, blue collar money. You know, why would I not want to take my family just because you don't like the place? Why would I want to turn down that offer? Something that I do love and something I can build around you guys and even help, you know, your family, my family, and put aside money for saving and travel just because you don't like it. Why would I turn that down? So something like that would be a major sacrifice, right?
Right. If you didn't.
If I didn't do that, right. And then that's when I would understand, like, okay, she's being selfish. She's worried about her. She's not thinking about the kids, not about the opportunity we have to spread with the money and stuff that we can do. So then that's when I'm be like, okay, then we're not compatible, because if you're not looking towards the future and building a better future for our kids, then there's no point of us dating. Because my goal is to build generational wealth for my children and the children's children, right? Yeah. So if I get an opportunity at something like that, I know that's not going to come off. Definitely, as a black man in America,
you take it.
I'm going to take it.
So you're saying, like, if it's a bigger sacrifice, you kind of stand your ground.
I'm going to have to stand. Yeah, of course.
Okay. I didn't stand my ground. I gave in. And,
wow. I mean,
we're not together, so you know how that goes.
But it might not benefit you, though.
Right. It didn't. It didn't. But yeah, never yield to ultimatums, guys.
Yeah, don't, because you don't know what blessing turn out for or what door might open up for you. You never know, man.
It's gonna turn the tide of your relationship. It's gonna make it to where she feels like she can do that all the time, and so never yield to ultimatums.
I agree.
But yeah, moving on from that one.
I definitely agree with that.
All right, so talking about sacrifice. Happiness for relationships. In order to sacrifice your happiness, you also have to have a relationship.
All right.
A lot of people, you know, we live in a society today where people look for a lot of different things. We got social media. They give you a sense of what being desirable is. Crazy. And then we go into everyone's individual life, and it's always a different idea.
So many different aspects.
So what would you say you look for in a life partner or a relationship partner?
Someone that I can build with, that I can set the foundation with. Me, I'm very big on family. I'm very family oriented. So I want someone that's family oriented as well, that I can trust and build with, and I can be able to, you know, open up and, you know, share everything. Okay. So like a partner. I would like a partner. I like that. It's rare to find, you know, because a lot of women, definitely these days, of what you see on social media and stuff like that, the women are not the same. I'll say that. So when you find a great woman, and you'll know when she's a good woman, because she'll hit all those signs you're looking for. Don't let it go, man. Hold on to it, because it's rare nowadays. It's rare to find a good woman, and trust me, if you lose that, all hope is gone now, because You might as well be single for a while because it's gonna be hard to come across another one these days. I promise you. I'll just tell you that.
I can attest to that. And also, a good woman doesn't necessarily mean that she's good for you.
Yeah.
Because I've also had that obstacle where I've met women that were awesome women, but they just weren't for me. Like, but they check all those on paper boxes, and they look good in a relationship. And it's like that's an easy trap to fall into. Somebody that looks good next to you, and I'm not just talking about looks, but like their career path, their head is on right. You know, all the way down to the car they drive. It just looks. You guys look great together. Right. Almost like one of those like celebrity relationships. That could get you in a lot of trouble, man. Especially if you're with someone that isn't compatible with what you like and how you interact. True. It's gonna be hard to maintain a healthy relationship. Yeah. But what would you say, like, because we're talking about like those were very good values to put first, family, someone you could build with. How would you categorize like your priority for everything? Like when we add in like looks and career.
Yeah, so like looks, careers definitely plays a part because I definitely don't want a woman I got to take care of. Mm-hmm. If I'm building, you're going to build. Mm-hmm. I'm not the person to give handouts.
So what would you say is first, like on your list? Like
so first on my list is going to be career driven.
Career driven. Okay.
Yeah, I want a woman that actually wants to do something with her life, not sit at home and let me take care of her. I'm not looking for what is it they call it? A housewife.
Housewife. You don't even know the term. That's crazy.
I'm not looking for a housewife. I don't want a housewife. It's not for me. Because I see it. I talk to people who lived it.
Nobody wants to.
Nobody
wants to be.
Because you ain't gonna like how I come home and how I want things done and ain't done is gonna be a problem. So you don't want to be the housewife. But yeah, my list is I would like is career driven first.
Career driven.
Sex.
Sexually.
Sex.
How do you say that?
What is it?
Freaky. Let's say freaky. No, I'm playing.
Sex level.
Sex.
So sex level need to be high. Sex level need to be high.
High sex level.
I don't want no boring woman.
High libido. You know.
I do not want no boring woman because you don't know what you're doing in the bed. Shit, like Grandma said, another woman would.
True.
Third one, you gotta know how to cook. I like to eat.
Cooking. Okay.
Cooking is very high. I like to eat.
Okay. And
family oriented is the 4.
For family.
And my last one is looks. I mean, you can be you got to be attractive. Okay. I'm not saying you got to be a Beyonce, which is you're not gonna find a Beyonce, but you can
find a Beyonce, bro. Beyonce's pretty, but I don't think she's uncommon.
Yeah, really.
I think Beyonce's talent is uncommon, but I don't think how pretty she is.
Well, Aaliyah, Houston, I haven't seen little girls look like Aaliyah.
Aaliyah's really beautiful. Yeah, she's really.
So I'll say
Aaliyah doesn't come out.
Aaliyah, but I feel like you have to be at least a 7.
At least a 7?
Yeah, below a 7,
that's decent.
I wouldn't be able to do it because I feel like 7 is average.
And that's collective.
Yeah, I feel like it's average.
Okay. That's
what about you? How would you, if you put it in perspective, what would you have you on your list, your top? What would be your top?
So are we going to things I look for or the things I prioritize?
Things you look for.
Because I look for looks first because, I mean, I won't be attracted to, if I'm not attracted to you, then I'm not going to want you.
That's true.
Like I'm not just gonna want you to be around to figure out the other stuff. Like it doesn't matter. So, but if we're talking about like things that I like in a partner,
that's true.
Someone I've already gotten past the looks test, then we're gonna say, it's not one word for me to describe this trait, but basically, I don't know the word at least. Basically, someone that is willing to put forth effort, bro. Like with you, sometimes I run into people, and they're attracted to me. They're excited about that I'm a guy with some sense,
right?
And I feel like I get he'll be a cool relationship partner, especially at this age. It's a lot of women like, I'm ready to get married. I'm this and that, and especially someone that has been married before. It's like, well, I'm not just gonna jump into it just to make your image of a life look better.
Right.
So I think, as a result of that, being the on paper good partner, I get a lot of people that just want to hurry up and get a relationship and don't necessarily know the work that it takes to be with me. Because I tell women that all the time. I was like, I'm not easy to be with. Like, I'm not a cheater or anything like that. I won't beat you, but like, I'm not an easy guy to be with. Like, I'll get on your nerves pretty much. And so, like, if there's someone that's willing to put forth the effort in a relationship, that'll give me all the motivation I need to continue to like serve her and be here. Because it's like, well, yeah, I'm your king, but you're my queen too. Right. So my ideal situation is a situation where we both are trying to outwork each other in the effort department, because I don't feel like we could ever go without anything if we're both trying to give our best effort, beyond our best effort, to treat each other right. But like, I run into so many people, they're like, no, I'm never gonna get done like this. It's all about me in the relationship department, and it's like so discouraging.
It makes you don't want to date.
It's like, oh my God, it's like, I want this in a man, I want that in a man. If you ain't doing this, if you don't got this amount of money, and I'm like, I'm good. Sure.
And I don't understand that. I'm like, but ma'am, do you make that?
Even if you do, like, a relationship ain't about money, because you could be with it could be a dude making $30,000 today, hit the right opportunity and be 6-7 figures, and that be the man you want, but he not looking your way because you didn't look his way when he was regular. And that, if you don't want a man that's like, go fishing, like, do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, like, if you do give someone a chance that isn't making as much money as you want, or if they don't have something that you want, that opens up your dating pool. And then you're more likely to find someone that matches the other traits that you have. But because, like, even this list, like, I'm making a list about traits that I would want in someone. But if I see certain traits that I like, and maybe you're lacking in another department, I may be able to sacrifice. You know, we've been talking about sacrifice today, and get with you and like, hey, she has a lot of other things that are valuable. So let me get to know her and see if she's for me. But yeah, number one is effort. Real big on effort. Number two would probably be ambitions, life ambitions. I can't be with someone. We don't have to build everything together. You don't have to help me build everything. But I need someone whose life motivates me, or at least if it's not your life, then your ambitions motivate me, because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm hardworking. I'm a dad. So it's like, I have to do a lot to pull motivation from everywhere. Like, I literally wake up, the songs I listen to, though they are hip hop songs, they all motivate me in one way or another, whether it be Benny the Butcher, Jay-Z. Everything I do motivates me. My workouts, my Instagram posts, my Facebook posts, everywhere I go motivates me. So if I'm going to give my life to you as a partner, you have to motivate me as well. And that's a real big part. Like this one girl I dated before, she had her life all together. She had a nice house, a decent car, you know what I'm saying? She lived a great lifestyle, and I loved it. Like, everything about being with her made me feel like I can go do anything in this world.
Right.
So that's another big factor. I think looks might come at 3. I just have to be attractive. Looks are all most important, but after those first 2 things, the first physical thing I would want is look / body type.
Right.
I need you to, you know what I'm saying?
At least fit that category.
Yeah, give me a little something, you know what I'm saying? Don't be a little twig, you know what I'm saying? Give me a little bit of this. True. You know what I'm saying? I might be able to go over a little bit of that.
Right. And to piggyback off what you said, though, about a woman want this and that. So I want to go back to the statistics I was talking about. What a black man, American man makes in the U.S., right? Mm-hmm. So a black man, the annual salary for a black man in the United States, this was from Daily Post, June 2020. It says $43,000 annually. Mm-hmm. So that's roughly about, let's say that's about $20 an hour, right? Like that. So they saying that a lot of black men makes $20 an hour or less. Right. So that means if a black man in America makes about $20. The majority of black men in America makes about $20 an hour a year, right? Which is 43,000 annually.
Mm-hmm.
That means 29% of everybody makes over six figures. So that's rare. So that means that's crazy, right? So if a woman, the thing I understand what women say is, oh, I want a black man, but I want to make six figures. Baby, it's 29% that makes over six figures.
Mm-hmm.
Most are rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Most are athletes. They're
Definitely.
NBA. Most of the black predominant people are what? Rappers, athletes,
producers.
in those fields, right?
Right.
Okay. So what kills me when I see on social media a lot is I see a lot of, and it be some women I don't get is, oh, I love my black men, but I can't settle for a man who make less than 50K,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or, oh, I love black men, but I need this afford. I have this type of stuff that need to be done, or I need this to be done for. I need this taken care of, or if he can't supply my needs in this, I might as well go get a sugar daddy or something like that. Sure. But baby, if you don't understand, if the annual salary for a black man in America is 43K, meaning it's hard for. I'm not saying that it is not. People are lazy. It's hard as being a black man to go out and get fucking jobs as a doctor or a lawyer or something that's high, owning a business. It's rare that you see black because we really don't get those choices,
Mm-hmm.
as a black man in America. So what kills me, what I hate is that when black women slander black men like, oh, he makes 50K, oh, he makes 60K. What I'm gonna do with that? There's a lot you can do with that. 60K is like 29 an hour. That basically supply your need. That's putting almost about 25 every 2 weeks.
Right.
So that's a lot you can do with that. If you know how to manage your money, 25 every 2 weeks, that's 5K a month. So there's a lot you can do with that. Going out, saving up money, put to the side, y'all can travel and stuff like that. Or hey, venture off, put some stuff in real estate. Right? Venture off, put some stuff in stocks and stuff like that. There's other ways to build. But if you're telling a man that, oh, no, I can't be with you because you don't make six figures, it's not going to be my time. What? That's the stupidest thing I heard. Baby, you don't even make six figures. But you probably work at Dollar General. Yeah. And you over here telling this dude you can't be with him because he don't make six figures? Right. That's what I was. That don't make no sense to me. If this man doesn't make six figures, but you don't make six figures, you still qualify to date him. You're qualified to date him, but he's not qualified to date you. It's what that would make my mind blow. I don't understand that. I see so many people talk about that on all these different podcasts, saying, "Yeah, if a man fuck with me, he got to make six figures." But when they turn around and ask that person that question, like, "How much do you make?" They quick to say, it don't matter. If you don't make six figures, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, and I think that's like, it's kind of one of those gray areas that kind of take advantage of gender roles.
Right.
Because, historically men are supposed to be the breadwinner.
Right.
But now with women working, like it's a lot of women that make more money than men. I dated some women that make more money than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it takes like women that say that, it kind of takes advantage of gender roles because it's like, well, I could work full time and get what I need in my life, but I want a man to do that for me. Like I've even run into women that were well off that says, like, okay, I need a guy that makes even more money than me, even though that's like harder because like the guys up there are fewer, far and few in between.
Yeah.
So I say if you're a boss lady, like be open to date guys that are making less than you. Like even. Like you don't have to date a bum. Like you could date someone that has ambitions, that looks like their life is going somewhere, but they may make less than you.
Right.
You may be the person to put them on and set them off to millionaire status.
Right.
And things like that. But I also think that attitude is kind of specific to social media, a specific group of like, I don't want to say groupie type women, but the women that think that aren't like everyday women. Right. Like, there are women that make more than guys. And even women that make six figures that are open to dating guys that make less than them.
Right. That's why I said I met someone. I had talked to someone that made six figures, right? That made more than me.
Right.
And I mean, it didn't bother me. That's actually pushed me to grind harder with my business and open up and learn and do more stuff. Because nowadays in this economy, you're gonna need more than one side hustle. To be honest.
Right.
I mean, unless you a vice president of a damn company or the owner of the company, you're not about to push six figures. I'm just being completely honest with you. Unless you have another side hustle. That's just being honest.
Right.
But
that's true.
I have met women where they said that they have talked to men that made less than them, way less, but they still talked to me because they saw they had ambition, that they had potential to earn more, to make more. And one of them actually married one of my friends who was that person, which is crazy. So I'm like, I hate that social media influences stuff, because people now, you got women really thinking that, be like, oh yeah, I need to have this type of dude, I need to have this type of dude, and it kills me because I keep seeing it. I'm like, bro, this is crazy that social media cure reality this much. Where people just believe in it now, like, damn, if this thing not makes, what the fuck can he do for me? Right. And that's sad. That's sad.
That's the perception of society, though, because like in 20 years. They're gonna look back at social media and think that's what we were doing. Like all the men were making six figures and everybody was riding around in Rolls Royces. When in reality, it's not practical. Like everybody's not gonna make six figures, and everybody's not gonna be married. Like the older you get, the more that window closes, and the more that reality becomes less likely. So you will probably want to open your dating pool as much. Like even me, I've seen myself like. Before, I just wanted to date Twigs, but as I get older, I'm like, okay, she got a little meat on the bones. I ain't scared of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just at the end of the day, you know, life is not like social media makes life so idealistic. So it makes the reality of finding a figure man a lot more likely, or even a super Coke bottle woman. Like we can't, because the flip side to that is there are male ideals as a result of social media that are a lot more unrealistic as well.
True.
So when you look at social media, you're seeing all these women, their figures look super duper tight and in shape, and they've either gotten surgery, no offense to the surgery community, or that's not really their body, you know? And it's a lot of guys on here. Like my friend told me about a guy he personally knew that would get foreign cars, go to events in different cities, and pretend to be an NFL player.
Because social media making this dude feel like you got that's right, I hate,
and he would have sex with girls. I feel like that's lying. I feel like that's next to
that's
like,
so lame.
Putting a roofie in a girl joint to me, like
it kind of is.
You're tricking her.
You're false pretending about what you really are. But it don't make sense. Why? Just go
be yourself,
do it. Be yourself. If that person don't like you, somebody else will.
Like the women are the same fine on every level. Like the fact that rich men are getting the most beautiful women on earth. I've looked at some of these women. I've examined some. They're regular women, bro. There's a woman at Winn-Dixie that looks just like the woman that's a groupie to Drake. She just presented herself a bit more sophisticated, and so Drake likes
probably 100,000, 100K followers on IG, so it makes her more.
That's it.
More entertainable.
That's it, bro. Like everybody's the same at every level. Like it's gonna be fine women when you work for Winn-Dixie. It's gonna be fine women when you're in the corporate world. They're all gonna be attractive. They're just dressed up differently.
Right. They got that blue check.
Same with guys.
They got that blue check on Instagram, so they make them more relatable. So it's better to have somebody with a blue check than somebody at Winn-Dixie, I guess.
Yeah. It's all about finding a person that works for you, man. Because at the end of the day, if you just like if you let social media dictate your life, like you're gonna run yourself into the ground.
Right. You're gonna turn crazy.
You're gonna be very unhappy.
Out of that. Seriously.
Right. So speaking of relationships, when we look at relationships and having you a nice little lady on your side and things like that, I know it may cost a little bit of money to keep up with that lady. So if somebody on I believe it was Twitter, she went ahead and gave us an itemized statement, itemized invoice, my friend, of how much it would cost to keep a woman in today's society. So I just want to read off to y'all how much it cost.
Yeah, listen to
the
what this lady said.
You know what I'm saying, fellas? If you're on a budget, you might want to, you know what I'm saying, get your coins, my dude.
This is crazy.
So she put how to keep a woman monthly in parentheses. Hair, $450 a month. It's a hell of a subscription. If you ask me, $450 a month for her hair. She need her hair did every single month. I don't know who your hairstylist is. Child Prolific Styles. My sister pretty good hairstylist. They don't get their hair done every month, bro. Like, but
jeez.
And she said nails $350.
Damn, what kind of nails she get done?
Hell of a pedicure.
I don't know what she get going on.
That's a hell of a pedicure right there.
She was getting them Britney special nails.
Yeah, I don't know.
Britney, she get nails. She get them nails. You get that. Some Asian women.
Gotta be a little special. I ain't gonna lie. How much?
She said 100. This lady said 350 for her.
See,
140, but to keep it up for a month, you got to get your refills and stuff.
How much refills?
Like 80 to 90. It depends, or it could be more than that.
Okay, that's like $200.
So that's like two.
Okay, maybe there's some truth to this, guys. $350 for the nails.
Okay.
Another $350 for her lashes and waxes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Makeup and skincare is $250 a month.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We just getting a woman and tell about it. That's all.
If you need $250 a month for makeup and skincare, baby, you're not pretty.
I like natural.
Clothes and shoes, $500 a month. Groceries, $500 a month.
Yeah.
Eating out, $500 a month.
Okay.
Gym membership, $200 a month.
Damn, what gym she trying to go to?
I don't know.
Lifetime in
I'm
the kickback?
I'm at 24.
We trying to go to multiple gyms.
24 is like $25 a month, and I get access to everything.
And Lifetime is only 75. I don't know what type of gym she trying to go to.
Gym membership, $200. Car note, gas, $500. That's typical.
Okay,
that's actually a little low for car notes and gas for a month.
Yeah, that is pretty low. What type of car she got?
I don't know. She
must got some good credit or something. I don't know what type of note she paying.
She spent all her money on hair and lashes, so she got her a nice little Nissan Sentra. The hair and lashes money up all her car money.
Oh man,
messed up her down payment.
For real.
So then we got vacation fund $350 a month. Which is, you know what I'm saying? Phone bill $200 a month.
$200 a month for phone bill. Damn, she got a family plan?
She got to. She with Verizon.
She must have to. Or she with Verizon got the best. She must got the best subscription.
Medical insurance, $400 a month. That's high for medical insurance.
That's high. She must got kids.
They gotta be.
She must put kids on there.
Like even with the kids though. I don't know. That's a good question. Why are we paying for your medical insurance?
That's crazy.
What? 400 is crazy for
that's a crazy amount though.
That's like 150 or something. Like, and that's with the kids. Going out. So wait, we eating out is $500. Going out is $750.
So what's the difference?
So that's two different.
Eating out and going out is the same thing.
To me, that's. I thought that was.
If I'm going out, I'm gonna eat.
So we got.
That's the same thing. Why would I put two different?
$1,250 for going out and eating out.
Yeah, she's gonna have to proofread that.
So you gotta go to the restaurant and then you gotta go out.
Right. I think she must have like going out.
Why you spending so much on groceries if you're going out to eat?
It don't make sense.
She not adding up. I think she's just trying to get niggas to spend money.
Yeah, exactly. And then that came out to a grand total of $5,300
a month
per month.
So
to take care of a woman.
To take care of a woman is $5,300. $300 a month.
A month.
She said a woman or her.
She said how much to keep a woman.
Oh my God, $5,000 a month. Damn, so she basically want the whole check every 2 weeks.
Bro.
She wanted the whole check every 2 weeks.
That's it. Like your whole budget going to taking care of her. That's it.
That's crazy.
Hey, entrepreneurship, fellas, you got to get you some
bread.
Hey,
so I mean, hey, she wants you out here grinding 6-5 jobs. You got to be out here getting like 6-5 jobs. If she wants you paying $5,000 a month, you got kids, so she wants you to get like 5-6 jobs. Cause then you got to pay for the kids too. You got to take care of kids. You got daycare and stuff like that.
Facts.
Dang, she wild.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not paying for like we got to be married for me to pay for like your hair and lashes and stuff. Like hair, lashes, makeup, that's on you. That's on you. I can't do it until we nails. I get your nails done all day. But especially if it's gonna be $450 a month, I'm not getting your hair done. I'm sorry. Like that's a lot of money.
Hey, I like my women natural, so I'm not about to pay $250 for no makeup for you. That's stupid. You must be crazy. You better go in there and put some Neutrogena on or some shit.
Just
some
like
Neutrogena or some. What's the other one is that's good care people
Clean
like
and
to use?
Clear.
Clean and Clear.
Proactive.
Better get your ass proactive in there.
You can even Google remedies. Like you can Google home remedies.
Yeah, go to YouTube. Y'all love to go to YouTube and watch stuff. Y'all would love watching hair tutorials and shit. Go your ass on YouTube and look up some skin remedies, man. Help your face out.
I'm not paying for your hair.
You ain't about to pay $250 for no makeup.
I'm not one
That's
of them.
crazy.
That's
is outstanding. And whoever made that list, whatever her name was, I forgot her name. What was her name again?
Somebody know that, but you know that could be something.
Somebody dark bratty.
That could be something she reposted. It might not be her necessarily.
I hate that I need to read the comments. I would love to see. I know there's probably a bunch of women that comment on that too.
Yeah, you know they capping their social media. Yeah, you know that
is crazy.
Like it's some basic stuff in here, like your groceries at home. Like why am I paying for that? Like I can see if I'm a sugar daddy. But I would never be in that position. Why am I paying for your groceries?
Yeah, I'm not.
Why am I paying for your makeup? That's like me asking you to pay for my cologne and my haircut.
Yeah.
Which would still be an insane discount.
Yeah. It's not going to be close. It's going to be like totally different. And what's so crazy about that? There are men who probably would do it too, though.
No. That's why that's the problem, you know. That's why she feels
she knows she entitled. She knows she was doing.
Hey, baby, I'll pay for it. Yeah, they're definitely they messed the game up. There's guys that paid to get stuff everybody else is getting.
Yeah.
So
I bet one of the commentators doing there. Hey, I'm about to inbox you right now.
Yeah, he might have cashed out.
Check your DM, baby. I'm about to send it to you right now.
He definitely cashed. She got that 53 racks.
She probably got it too.
He probably was like 53. That's cheap. My last girl wanted 7. I'm about to take that discount.
That Steve's is crazy. I could never do it. You gotta be so messed up. It ain't gonna happen, Captain. It's not gonna happen, Captain.
At all. I would say at the very. I can't even put a price tag on it. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm just that lowly of a man, but I don't run into women that like ask me to pay for everything. I think that's a part of like searching for someone who has ambitions and have life goals because they're gonna want to upkeep themselves, and then when it's time for you to step in and do that, then of course as men we'll do it. And that's the misconception. Like y'all think, well, because they won't do it off the rip, they'll never do it.
Right.
No, you just have to earn my trust, and then you can have all of me, all of my wallet, all of my time, all of everything. But I'm just not gonna off the rip say, oh, I'm paying for this. You know, I'm giving you all this money. No, I don't know you.
I agree. I mean,
you thought I was feeling you?
But that's the thing. It's hard to find people that you can really just trust, man. It's not that easy, man.
Yeah.
It takes a while, and people be like, "Oh, we've been together 3, 4." Nah, bro, it takes a while to build somebody trust, like complete trust. Where I'm talking about where you can share everything that you share with anybody.
True. That takes years.
That takes so long, man.
I wouldn't even say 3 to 5. I say like
that's a lifelong journey. That's a lifelong journey. You got to keep building that. You got to keep building that because if you keep breaking it, it's gonna keep falling apart. Then it's gonna keep taking longer to rebuild. And I be telling people, man, like, and I have times where I have people tell me, like, damn, bro, why you always share stuff with Corey you can't share? I'm like, bro, I've been knowing this dude for 13 years, bro.
Yeah, and that's dynamics and friendships.
Yeah, it's like more than fish. We have a brother bond, bro. We've been through a lot with each other. You know what I'm saying? He understands how I came, I grew up. We had similar paths. You know, I shared. Like people, like it's easy for me to tell him stuff that I can't tell other people, even though I would know this person or I'm with this person. And people don't understand. I'm like, of course you're not, because y'all didn't follow the same trail that we did. You know, everybody had different paths.
Yeah, and that's like, of course, if Tom told a story, then of course you would tell your siblings everything. Like me and my siblings don't talk about everything. I have friends that I tell stuff I would never tell my parents. It's just that's how life is, you know, different dynamics and different relationships. But just to get back on topic, ladies, I want to give y'all this message from the bottom of my heart. Like sometimes y'all look and y'all maybe you gave up on love. Maybe you see love and someone paying your way. That's a grand gesture. He gave me $5,000. That doesn't always tell a story, because even a man that don't got it, he might give it up just to get what he wants. So I think the best way to vanguard your feelings would not be to put a price tag on
Right.
being involved with you, you know. Or if you're gonna put the price tag, don't let it be physical money.
Right.
Let the price tag be effort. Let the price tag be time spent.
Yeah.
Let the price tag be quality conversations. To show you, if you want a good man, you got to spend time with him. You got to figure out if he is even a good man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always object that. Oh, well, you gonna know, a man gonna know if he want to marry you in 6 months.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't believe that.
he might know he want to marry you in 6 months, but what if that's not the man you want to marry, and you say yes after 6 months? Like, the goal is to just find quality people, man.
Man, that's why I say build a friendship first. Get to know each other and like really know each other. And build a friendship first, because once you build a friendship, everything else will fall into place like it's supposed to.
Right.
Because nothing kindles faster than a friendship. Because then you have opportunities to finally open up and then get that safe space that you want with your partner.
True.
So then you can go higher. But I do want to say that I wouldn't mind spending that a month, but it would have to be for my wife that I know I'm going to be married to for a lifetime. Right. I know that me and God going to be playing on that foundation is going to be planted, you know. And I wouldn't mind, because my goal is to, you know, cater to my wife and have her being protected.
Make those sacrifices.
But that's only for a wife. I'm not about to do that for nobody else. I wouldn't do that for nobody. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking my girl on dates and taking on trips and stuff like that, but all that and spending monthly and stuff like that, no, I wouldn't do that unless it's my wife. That's wifey material.
If a guy spends that monthly on you and you're not his wife, then he wants easy access to you.
Yeah, he wants easy access.
If you don't care about that, then, you know, live your life. But that's the bottom line. He wants easy access. He's giving you 5 racks a month so that he can get in, you know, get inside of you, pretty much.
I agree.
All right. Now we got one more point. This one's also relationship based. It's a bit of a sensitive topic for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Because you know we live in a whatever you can do, I can do society, you know, equality and all of that.
Yeah.
So I saw a post on social media where it was a woman that had 2 husbands. Immediately I said, you know what, live your life. Couldn't be me. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't be me. Personally, I wouldn't take that. But it brought up the question in my mind: can polyamorous relationships work for both genders, male and female? How do you feel about that?
I don't think it can work for both genders. The reason why, because women are very territorial. Mm-hmm. They're very territorial. So you she's sharing another man. I mean, sharing a man with another woman. Oh hell no, it's gonna create chaos. A lot of women. I have seen where people talk about this topic and same results, same answers. Women they're jealous. They get jealous. They don't like to share their man. You have some women that don't mind sharing, but I feel like majority of women, they're very territorial. They don't even like your man. Soon as you get the haircut is a problem.
Yeah.
Soon as you get the haircut, damn, where you going? Like, you got to go somewhere. Like, so you already see. So poly is not even going to fit. If we get a haircut, that's already a problem right there. So imagine having another woman in a relationship in the house.
I don't know.
It's not gonna work, man.
So we're gonna go man and woman first. I kind of disagree. I don't think I could do it with 2 women. You know, but with the poly relationships, I think if all parties are mature, I think it could work. Because the reason I think it could work is because it's not like we always think of it sexually and stuff like that. Like, oh, I have 2 women that have sex with every night, but it's not that. Like,
it's more than that.
Yeah,
you got to deal with the nagging of both.
Right,
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Right, that's why I say I can't do
that's
it.
Too much.
I don't know if I can have 2 arguments going on. I don't know if I could do that. I can't personally. But like if you have 2 like people that are kind of mature, it could be like, okay, well, one person is kind of picking up the slack from the other 2 partners, and so it's not too much of a burden on either person in the relationship. As far as like even little things, like let's say one lady doesn't feel like being bothered. Okay, you could just go out with the other person for that night. And then when the other person doesn't feel like being bothered or wants them a long time, you can just go with the other person. That's assuming that they both don't, because that's all I think, 2 times everything. So if they both don't feel like being bothered, I'm just stuck out with 2 women that don't want to be bothered with me. But in an idealistic mind frame, I would think, yeah, well, they just pick up the slack. They pick up that third person would pick up the slack from the other 2 parties and make being married less of a burden. The woman doesn't have to worry about being cheated on because he has another woman to have sex with, unless you care about being the favorite. Which, if you're mature enough to put yourself in that situation, I don't think you would care about being the favorite. Like, we're all in this together. You're his wife, just like she's his wife. So I think it could work, but it's very far fetched. Like, I don't think the average person could do it. Mainly because it's just you have to be too strong minded. Like, the man, you have to be like, I feel like you have to be twice as emotionless in order to kind of figure out all the issues that are going on.
Right.
And the women would have to be patient. They would have to be okay with another woman being in their house.
Right.
And if, and I don't see it working for the average person.
Yeah, I don't think it would. I agree.
Well, how do you feel about a woman with 2 husbands?
Oh, gosh, I don't got nothing to share on that.
You don't feel
I wouldn't even know. That's weird.
That is weird.
I feel like it would be weird. I don't even have no share points on that because that's weird. I wouldn't even know what to say. Like, why would another man want another man?
What if a woman proposed that to you? What would you
say? Man, she better not say no crazy. She better not say no crazy stuff like that, man. She better not say no crazy stuff like that.
I'm not gonna lie, I would lose it. I would lose it. Like, yo, you got the wrong what? You got the wrong what? But ultimately, I don't feel like I think a lot of women think about the good side of having 2 men around, but they don't think about like the double bad side. Like, what if both of those men cheat on you?
Right.
What if both of those men, are lazy? Like, what if everything isn't peachy cream? And I think that's a lot. Like, with this polyamorous stuff, we, as Americans, in this Western culture, we glamorize the upsides of it, and it's really gilded. That's a like I said, a level of maturity. That's why those other countries do it. Mm-hmm. They have a certain level of maturity. They also have different cultures.
Right.
So it's just not like, okay, 2 women, twice the intimate stuff. No, it's like, you gotta be ready to deal with even more problems. Like, 1 woman stressed me out enough. So loving 1 woman stresses me out enough. So
right.
2, I couldn't.
I wouldn't be able to do it. And yeah, man, I don't know what man would want to let a woman even ask you for a poly relationship.
And no offense, you know what I'm saying? To the I don't even know what to call it. It's the name of their community.
That's crazy. I wouldn't want to do that. That's just
to each his own, man.
But hey, if you want to do it, hey, I'm not judging. That's up to you, man. But I just can't. I can't do it. I wouldn't even want no woman to ask me no crazy shit like that either.
Yeah, and it's like, who shuts? Does the woman shut down like everything? Like,
I know, like, well, how does that work?
Like, you know what? This is over. Like, who does that? Who puts their foot down?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It's like it's the men, and then it's like a lot of testosterone. Like they would have to be even more mature than 2 women, because, like, picture 2 men going at each other and a woman trying to break that up.
That's what I'm saying. So many dynamics that play a part.
If it's a man between 2 women, he could, like, get your ass to the room, like, what I'm saying, put her in her place, put each of them in a place.
Right.
But if it's 2 men, like, that woman would have to have a significant hold on them to be able to say, nah, get your ass out of here.
Right.
Type of stuff. So I see a lot going wrong with the 2 women. I mean, the 2 men and 1 woman. I have less doubt about 2 women and 1 man, but still a ton of doubt. It'll be a hard situation to bear. And I feel like it'll take a lot of spiritually mature people in order to carry it out.
Very, very mature.
Either way.
You gotta have a lot of patience with that, man. It ain't easy. It ain't easy with 2 women.
Understand the responsibility before you start glamorizing everything else.
Because that's a lot, man. 2 women, you gotta have a lot of patience to deal with that. You gotta all in one, not nagging and whining, complaining, and then want to act crazy and silly and stuff. I don't know. I just don't want to do it.
Shout out to all the guys with 2 wives, man. Prayers go for y'all, man.
My prayers to y'all for real.
Life is hard. I know life is hard. It's gotta be hella tampons. Then you say when women spend enough time together, their time in a month sinks. So imagine going through that twice.
Oh my God.
Double time, boy.
That's tough.
Sorry for you, buddy. Could be me. But yeah, man. You got anything else?
Nah, that's all I had, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Once again, it's B.
GP.
Hey, if you have any comments, make sure y'all click the like and subscribe, man. We love to hear y'all feedback. Seriously. The God loves the Kings once again, man. We out.
Peace out.